and kings. The third tree simply said, I want to grow tall and point people toward heaven. Years passed, and the little trees all grew tall. One day, 3 woodcutters came from the mountain. The first woodcutter chose the first tree, and with the swoop of a shining axe, the tree fell. He said, now it should be made into a beautiful chest, the first tree said. The second woodcutter approached, and with a swoop of his shining axe, the second tree fell. Now it shall sail mighty waters, said the second tree. And although the third tree once stood proudly, with the swoop of one axe, the third tree fell also. The first tree rejoiced when the woodcutter took her to a carpenter's shop, but the carpenter fashioned the tree into a feed box for animals, when she was coated with sawdust and filled with hay. The second tree smiled when the woodcutter took her to a shipyard, but the once strong tree was sawed into a simple fishing boat. The third tree was confused when the woodcutter cut her into a strong beam and put her in the shipyard. Years passed. One night, golden starlight poured over the first tree as a young woman with her newborn put a baby in the feed box. Though it was not a cradle, suddenly the first tree knew she was holding the greatest treasure in the world. One evening, the tired traveler and his friends crowded into an old fishing boat. A storm arose, and the little boat knew that he did not have the strength to carry so many passengers through the wind and the rain. The tired traveler stood up and stretched out his hand and said, peace, be still. The storm stopped as it quickly had begun. Suddenly the second tree knew he was carrying the king of heaven and earth. One Friday morning, the third tree was yanked from the wood pile and carried through an angry, jeering crowd. Soldiers nailed a man's hand to her. But afterward, on the third day, the third tree knew she had served a great purpose. Now, every time people would think of the third tree, they would think of God. Sometimes our dreams don't match up with God's plans. We may even forget our dreams, but when we worship God by giving our all to Him, our lives will have so much more value because they will be used for His kingdom and His glory. Tale of the 3 trees. Merry Christmas. God bless you. We love you.